Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for our FC25 career mode. Things are a little bit rocky at the moment, and things have been rocky for a few months in this career mode. Last month we were good. Well, December we had some bad stages. We had some bad games, didn't we? I mean, a defeat to Brighton, a defeat to Sporting, a defeat to Crystal Palace. But we got back to winning ways. And in the last episode, in the last month or so, we've got back to winning ways. Won every game. Beat Spurs 5-1 away from home. We're thinking, wow, we're flying. Then the Champions League, we lose 4-0 to Braga, which could actually knock us out, meaning the game against Rapid Vienna away from home today is absolutely massive. A win in that one, we might go through. No win, we might not even qualify for the sort of qualification stages. It's been really bad. We kick things off with the game against Liverpool away from home. It's Crystal Palace at home, which will probably simulate, and then end the episode on an away game against Everton in the Cup, which is going to be big as well. But we are in a bit of trouble at the moment in the Champions League specifically. Now, we've decided that we have to sort the centre-back issue out. We've got a big centre-back issue. Centre-back-wise, Kusanov is becoming a bit of an issue because of his stamina. Kusanov has only 70 stamina. I mean, Gvardiol's got 91 stamina, so he plays pretty much every game on that left-hand side. But on the right-hand side, we need somebody who can play as a partner for Gvardiol and a backup to Gvardiol. I think Kusanov and Gvardiol clearly the starters together. I'm happy with that. But the 70 stamina means when he isn't fit, he can't play. And the problems go further on when we get to Ruben Diaz, because Ruben Diaz, he's unhappy, he wants out, he's not playing well. I think his big issue in the team is his pace. That is what's causing massive problems, his pace. I mean, he's got great defensive stats, but when it comes to him actually defending, his turn of pace, he's bad 64 sprint speed. Yeah, that absolutely crushes him, and it means he's absolutely terrible. Then we have, of course, lower down, Jumabar and Vita Heis. I actually think, despite rating-wise, I think Jumabar is better than Vita Heis. I think because he's physically a better player. I think Vita Heis has got a lot to learn, probably out on loan. So my intentions are, we're going to see what happens with Ruben Diaz, but we can't have a third and fourth choice centre-back being less than 80 rated, and just Gvardiol and Kusanov, and then Diaz leaving the club or whatever. Diaz is not playing because he wants to leave the club. So we're hoping to try and move Diaz in this January transfer window. It's not what we wanted to happen, but it's what's going to happen, I think. So Diaz, if a big offer comes in, we'll let him go. That sprint speed and that acceleration is his big issue. Vita Heis could be allowed to leave on loan, possibly. It purely depends on what happens, really, if we can bring in a centre-back. And I'm going to look to try and bring in someone who's 80+ rated to be the third choice centre-back. Jumabar fourth choice, Vita Heis fifth choice. Of course, we've got players out on loan as well, like Max Elaine, Bournemouth, and also Mafuni as well. But both those are pretty slow as well. We need pacey centre-backs. The game is changing, the way things are changing, and when teams run at you, we're really struggling. And Kusanov and Gvardiol are absolutely fine, but Kusanov's stamina is causing big issues. And for that reason, I've got an absolutely massive shortlist of players that could come in and play centre-back for us. We've got Gonzalo Ignacio, could be a player that comes in. Aymeric Laporte, 54 pace, off the list immediately. Anyone who's not got pace is not in my interest. And I'm looking for players that are over 80 rated as well. I mean, this list is absolutely humongous. I'm looking for a right-footed player, really, that can play on the left, I think. We'll have to see. So we've got Gonzalo Ignacio of Atalanta. That could be an option. We've got Sepp Vandenberg, 80 pace at Brentford, 6'4". Pau Torres is not enough, he's not going to be picked. Araújo could be an option, but then he would start Eder Kusanov. I don't really want to do that. The same for Schlotterbeck. And Capier, again, another left footer. This man, Orion Amenda, only 75 rated, but he's got the pace, but I don't think he's good enough, really. I don't think he's good enough playing at Eintracht Frankfurt. Thomas Araújo of Crystal Palace, looking at his stats, he could be the perfect Pep Guardiola defender, really. He's currently playing at Crystal Palace, but look at that, 94 sprint speed, 83 acceleration, great strength, great jumping, great stamina, amazing ball control, dribbling, short pass, long pass. He's the perfect Pep Guardiola defender. Him and Gvardiol could form a really good partnership. Bastione, of course, but again, a left-side player. We've got Isak Hein, 28 years of age. He could be a cheaper option, really. Bremer, 29 years of age, but he would start at Kusanov. This man, Adrelison, but I don't think he's quite good enough. Satalo, he could have a good partnership with Joško Gvardiol. Another one, a bit like Thomas Araújo, very, very quick. What we like to see, good strength, good jumping, good stamina, and also pretty good on the ball. Actually, very good on the ball. Playing his trade, currently 26-year-old in Fiorentina. Can rotate with Kusanov on that right-hand side. he is on my top of my list. So at the moment, my list is, I think, and I'll write this down so I remember it. But at the moment, my list at the moment from the players we've just looked at is Thomas Araújo. I think he is the man. Or it is Josep Sotalo. We'll narrow it down. We've got Solé here, who actually isn't a bad option either. 6'4", ball-playing defender, very quick, very strong, and actually quite decent on the ball as well. So he's option number 3 on that list, 26 years of age. He's another good option for the centre-back role. Marc Goy isn't bad either. He's also a very good ball-playing defender. I don't think he's quite the rapid player we want. Saul Coco is quite good as well, actually, and he's very quick also. Got good jumping, but his stamina is only 69, which might be another issue. I don't think he's quite as good in the ball as the others we've seen. Vivian, I don't think he's quite quick enough, maybe. Good defender, but playing at Brighton is going to cost a lot of money. Alexandro, but a left footer. We're looking for a right footer who can play the left-hand side. And Mario Giller is someone we looked at, and someone who is good again. Again, got the pace, got the reasonable strength and stamina. 86 jumping, I like. 89 interceptions, and he's actually good in the ball as well. And he's another one that we'll add to our list. We'll narrow it down to maybe 5 players. Valentin Gomez left-footed, so we'll rule him out because of that. This man as well, Kuriakis, we'll rule him out because he's left-footed. Ryan Flamingo is on the list, but I just don't think he's quite good enough for what we want. He's quick, but he's not quite quick enough. Ordonez, the same issue. Like Bade is too slow. Mika Marmol stands out, and I actually really like the look of Mika Marmol. I really do, but I don't think he's quick enough for what we're looking for. This man, he smashed us with Braga in Abe, maybe, but again, he's a left footer. Maxence Lacroix from Crystal Palace, but I don't think he's quite City level. We've got a project player also in Alan Saldivia, but I don't think he's going to either. Eduardo Quaresma, I like, just don't think he's quite quick enough, and also I think he's only 6 foot. We've got Niakate, also not quite quick enough, and that is the full option. So let's narrow it down and look at the 4 players I think we've picked out that could be the man to come in and replace Ruben Diaz and back up Kusanov on that right-hand side. So we narrow it down to 5 players and 5 options. Thomas Araújo, who is, I think, the perfect Pep Guardiola defender. Sepp Vandenberg, who's also got quality, but I think he's probably the lowest on the list, 6'4", now 6'2". We've then got Mario Giller, who's quick, but I don't think he's got the physical attributes we're looking for. We've also got Solé, who does, but again, he's not good enough on the ball to be a City player, and Josep Sotalo. So I think it's down to 2, really, looking at that. It's between Sotalo, who is a ball-playing defender, 82 pace, 83, 82 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, good jumping, good physical, good stamina, good interceptions. Heading is decent. Short pass and long pass, yeah, it's decent. Tackling is 81 and 82. And then the other player is Araújo, who's playing at Crystal Palace in the Premier League. Really good stand tackle, but bad slide tackle. That doesn't matter so much. Short passing is better. Long passing is better. Heading is better. Dribbling, ball control is way better. He's quicker. He's stronger. He's better in the air. He's got more stamina. He's got better vision, better interceptions. And I think this man, he can also play at fullback if needed. I think Thomas Araújo, who's made the move from Benfica to Crystal Palace, is the man we'll make a move for. If we can't make a move for him, if it doesn't work out as the Ruben Diaz replacement, then the second choice will go for Josip Sotalo, the former Ajax man, to come in and be that Croatian connection with Gvardiol at the back. But he's 26, whereas Araújo's only 24. I think he's got more development in him, and I think he can be more of the Pep Guardiola player we're looking for. Let's see if we can agree a deal with Crystal Palace. I mean, that's stats. All in the green bar shooting. He's definitely got something about him, hasn't he? Lugo Viana has done the business, and we have agreed a deal with Crystal Palace for Thomas Araújo for €52.5 million. The former Benfica man is going to be the Ruben Diaz replacement. He'll come into the squad now. Whether Diaz leaves the club or not, Diaz hasn't been playing. He wants to leave the club. It's now a chance to find a new club. Unfortunately, it's ended not the way I wanted it to. But Thomas Araújo, I think, is a worthy replacement and someone I think really complements what we're looking for in a defender in this City side. Well, deal agreed for a new defender then, which was really, really necessary. We brought in a backup goalkeeper in the transfer window, and we brought in Eduardo Camavinga, where there were our 2 big signings. We're uncertain of the future of Diaz. We lost Akanji, we lost Ake, we let them go. Trusting in the youth, thinking that Diaz could be the 3rd choice defender. But his bad form has just continued time and time again. It's time to look for a modern-day centre-back who's got the pace, who's got the technical ability, and everything we want from a Manchester City player. And that is in Thomas Araújo. Welcome to Manchester City. We agreed a deal for Thomas Araújo at a really good price of €52.5 million from Crystal Palace, and he is going to be a big player, I believe, for Manchester City. A rating as well for that transfer. I think we get him at a very good deal. 24 years of age, plenty of area to develop, and plenty of... I mean, look at those stats. 82 defending, 85 physical, good passing, amazing dribbling for defender as well. 89 pace. I think that it could be a game changer in our season defensively. So big sign to start the episode, and we're still 10 points off the league leaders Arsenal. In a title race, I still believe. But we're going to have to start picking up points and starting to hoping they make mistakes. Now, they do face 8th place Leeds Arsenal today. Hopefully, Leeds can get a draw away at the Emirates. I can't see it happening. They've only lost 1 game and drawn 4 so far this season. If we were to win, though, that would be brilliant. However, we play 7th place Liverpool away at Anfield. This could be the day the title race ends for Manchester City. Well, back in this lineup, back with this formation we go that we start the season with, because I want to play the way that we played at the start of the season where we were absolutely unbelievable. So Diogo Costa starts in goal. It's Frimpong, Kusanov, Gvardiol and Camavinga, the back four. In the middle, it's Rodri with Foden and Savinho. Marmoush and Simon support Haaland up top. It's an attacking side from Pep Guardiola. It's exactly the starting 11 we expected to start the season with. On the bench, you've got Oskarsson, Doku, Nico, Ederson, Wharton, Cambiasso, Luis Araújo and Milinkovic-Savic, and we're going to hope that it's enough to beat this Liverpool side today. Well, what an incredibly tough place to come here. Anfield against Arne Slot's Liverpool. It was once Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, now it's Arne Slot's Liverpool. They won the title in the first season of this save. Since then, they've been poor and finished pretty low down the table. Slot, after the first season, made big changes to his Liverpool side, made a lot of signs, made a lot of changes, made it his own Liverpool side. It's not worked out particularly the way he expected it to. Mo Salah stuck around. Virgil van Dijk decided to leave. Trent Alexander-Arnold was managed to stick around as well. But they've brought in players from other Premier League sides and former Premier League players as well. Former City players in Joao Cancelo. It's been an interesting transfer window from Liverpool really over the past 2 seasons. Arne Slot's made it his own Liverpool side, but I don't think it's improved the side at all. And they've gone from league winners to finishing 7th. Well, he's 7th at the moment, and I think last season they finished in 6th place. They've not been the Liverpool of old. Let's see how they do line up today at Anfield. So handshake between the two sides. The fans are ready. The atmosphere looks big. They always know Manchester City's a big game, don't they, Liverpool? This is Arne Slot's starting 11 in a 4-2-3-1 formation. So it is Mamardashvili who starts in goal of Vic Jordan. Trent, Captain Romero, Tomori and Cancelo on the back 4. Gravenberch and Schumann in midfield 2. It's Salah, Szoboszlai and Leno supported another former City player in Liam Delap up top. You know, it sort of started to really find his form, Xavi. He picked up that injury for 2 months and that seemed to have slowed him down a little bit, as you would expect. But we need him firing. Is Camavinga. Camavinga wide here, and it's a good read by Trent, but it's back to Camavinga. And he keeps his run going. He works it wide to Frimpong. Well played. Frimpong in. Frimpong. Haaland with a free header! What a miss! From Erling Haaland. And here's Xavi Simons. Xavi nice and composed. Into Rodri. Rodri behind to Marmoush. Romero against... Romero and Marmoush there come together. Mamardashvili pushes it into Romero. He's lucky that it's fell his team's way. A big mistake like that would probably cost us. So it's light. Gravenberch. The lap. Gvardiol can't stop it. He fouls Salah. The lap with space here. The lap pulls it back. Camavinga can't block it. Costa saves it. Frimpong away. To Frimpong. On to Phil Foden here. Overloading Joao Cancelo's side. Frimpong is one of them. Pull it back here. And Haaland hits one! And he catches it by Erling Haaland. Puts it to the side. Sort of towards the side netting. This is the foul by Gvardiol before. A late one on Mo Salah. The reducer. Xavi. Foden. Frimpong. Back to Xavi. Through to Haaland here. Haaland with a chance! Haaland with the goal to Anfield. 1-0 Manchester City. Xavi Simons with the assist. Erling Haaland with the goal. Just found that bit of space there, Haaland. They push up to Xavi. He finds a space. Haaland finds the back of the net. 1-0. And we lead at Anfield, and deservedly so. We've been the better side here. Worried about Savinho. And we've got Marmoush to the other side. Here's Savinho and Trent chase him. And Trent's very quick. And Savinho. Rodri. Rodri! And a good save by Mamardashvili behind for a corner. And Xavi. And Foden. And Frimpong. And in. And Romero before it gets to Haaland. And on to Tchouaméni. And Foden gets there, and again they just get it back. And they win that battle as a counter here for Leno. He pulls it back here in the lap through the middle. And Gvardiol's gone one way. The lap goes the other. And Kusanov can't block it. And Costa makes a brilliant double save. Xavi. Back to Marmoush. They just stop it. Marmoush slides in as well. Salah. Good tackle by Xavi. Simons well played. And back to Costa. Whoa, that was a dangerous pass. It comes off, but I don't think I should have done that. Ederson. Marmoush. Haaland. Wide to Cambiasso with a fantastic ball here. On the chest of Cambiasso. Tackle by Tchouameni. Throwing City. 80 minutes in the clock. Camavinga can't win the header. Rodri can't win the tackle in midfield. Camavinga was flying for the challenge here. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Seems to have gone through the middle here. And Trent won a ball through to Liam Delap. What a save by Costa. And away by Camavinga. Back across to Ederson. Frimpong makes the run here. Great running by Frimpong. Frimpong. Cross to Haaland. Oh, what a miss. It's incredible. It's incredible. I can't believe that miss. Frimpong. Takes it wide here, Jeremy Frimpong. Brilliant from Frimpong. Xavi Simons back to him. Haaland's shot blocked away by Liverpool again. The full-time whistle goes. A massive win at Anfield for Manchester City. That is massive in the title race. That is a win we needed. And we managed to get. And we fought hard for that win. We fought really hard for that win. Manchester City 1, Liverpool 0. It should have been more. Oh, that's some good chances there. But in the end, it's his goal that's the difference. And 3 points is big for this City side. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be playing a game against Rapid Wien in the Champions League. But we are in 20th place. After 7 games, a defeat here today might just knock us out of the Champions League. We are actually, though, I think, going to have to play this one. We're going to have to play it because we need to qualify for the knockout stages. It might put us into the preliminary round where we've got to play a game. I think it will do, because what points are we on here? I think it's the 26, isn't it? Anything after 26, you're out, and we're on 9. We're only 2 points away from falling out. We could finish at the highest we can finish on 12, which is not an automatic place, but it's through to the knockout stages. Not the official knockout stage. You've got to play an extra round of Champions League football, which I don't want to do. But the performances we've put in this season, deservedly so in the Champions League. We've been very poor. This is a sign for Rapid Wien today with a debut for Thomas Araújo. Comes in at centre-back. Kusanovic's side, he's not quite sharp, but he's been given his chance today in a big game for Manchester City. Camavinga drops out for Cambiasso. Doku comes in for Savinho. Oscar Bob for Phil Foden. And Nico comes in that creative role instead of Xavi Simons, who got red card in the last one, so he's suspended for this one. On the bench, you've got Oscarson, Savinho, Foden, Ederson, O'Reilly, Rico Lewis, Camavinga, Adam Wharton. And hopefully the City side is strong enough to get all 3 points, because if not, against Rapid Wien, we're going out the Champions League. The Champions League action for Manchester City, away they go to Rapid Wien. A side that are going out with the Champions League. But if Manchester City don't pick up 3 points today, we will be joining them going out the Champions League. And there's no get-out clause in the Champions League anymore. You don't drop into the Europa League or anything like that. No, you are straight out of this competition. So a win here today is crucial. A 4-0 defeat to Braga in our previous Champions League game. We've lost 5 Champions League games this season, and we've won 2, I think, or we lost 4 and won 3. I don't know. We've been terrible. We've won 3 because we're on 9 points, aren't we? We're on 9 points, so we've won 3. 3 points is crucial today. We'll go into another stage, another knockout stage before the official round of 16, which might be against someone like Bayern Munich, against Real Madrid, someone, a big side that have ended up in those stages as well, have had a poor campaign at the start of it. This City side have been embarrassing, really, and we've been through some really rocky parts of the season. We're looking to try and hit the ground running the second part of the season, and hopefully the signing Thomas Araújo can do that. He makes his debut today. Goes inside Marmoush. That's good play from Omar Marmoush. Oscar Bob. Frimpong. In towards Marmoush. 1-0 Manchester City. That's more like it. That is a lot more like it. 1-0 lead Rapid Wien here. A goal for Omar Marmoush and good play from City. Gets in the box. Frimpong finds him. And it's a tap-in for Omar Marmoush. 1-0. That's the sort of football we want to see from this City side. A win away at Anfield, which is a hard-fought one. Today it should be an obliteration of Wien. Right to Frimpong again. He's already created one. Frimpong pulls it back here. Nico. Marmoush. Doku. Marmouche. Marmouche! Oh! Good save by the keeper behind for a corner. Cambiasso to take it. Lifted in. Araújo on his debut. Omar Marmouche blocked away again, another corner. Bob. Frimpong. Bob again here. Oscar Bob. Cross to Doku. It's meant for Marmouche. Keeper puts the arm for a corner. Why didn't Marmouche go for it? Frimpong. Not exactly sure what to do against Frimpong there. Haaland. Oscar Bob flicks his way through. Oscar Bob, brilliant by Oscar Bob! 2-0 Manchester City. And a brilliant goal from Oscar Bob. It's a double our lead here. And a must-win game. We're 2-0 up and we've been really good. We've actually been really good. And we deserve to be 2-0 up. Good play. Haaland flicks over top. Off the hand of the defender. The referee plays advantage maybe. And Oscar Bob goes and dispatches his attempt. And his chance in the top corner. Double City lead. 2-0 now. But he's made it to Frimpong anyway. Option in the box is the Frimpong. Haaland onto Marmouche for 3. What a hit by Marmouche. 3-0 Manchester City. Marmouche rifles one into the bottom corner. And that is more like it. Come on. Good play. Haaland on the chest. Out to Marmouche. And he hits this really well. And what a finish in the bottom corner by Omar Marmouche. A double today. I mean, the keeper there doesn't even attempt to try and save that. 3-0 City before half-time. It's poor again by Manchester City. We're rushing it. That's the problem. Rushing it and getting caught out. Can be our position here. Pull back. Chance here! And Costa with a save. I'm getting Omar Marmouche off here. Rodri away. City panicking a little bit. Bob down towards Doku. Doku for City. Foden. Right through middle to Haaland here. Who's onside, Erling Haaland. And Erling Haaland to make it 4. And I think that is game. 4-0 City. Foden through to Haaland. He bursts through the middle. Completely cut them open. Haaland makes it 4. Really good play. I mean, you had Frimpong as well. Look at Frimpong. The attacking intent from Frimpong from fullback cannot be complained about. Haaland's not missing this one. I'm going to hit that with power. I make sure the keeper has no chance. I don't even try and place it. And we're going to make changes now at 4-0 up. And it's going to be Erling Haaland for Oskarsson. Oscar Bob for City. Doku at the far post. Nico. Cambiasso. Cross into the far post to Phil Foden. What a ball by Cambiasso. 5-0. That is class by Cambiasso. Puts it on an absolute plate for Phil Foden. And Foden puts it in the top corner. But I mean, what a ball by Cambiasso there. Have to see his cross again. I mean, the goalkeeper there, should he come for it? It's perfection from Cambiasso. Absolute perfection. Keeper actually gets a hand on it. 5-0 Manchester City. Foden away from 1 or 2 here already. Foden through the middle to Oskarsson, who's timed the run perfectly. And Oskarsson gets a goal himself, 6-0. Well, he's smashing Rapid Vienna as I expected. This could be the start of our Champions League campaign. Double assist for Phil Foden off the bench and a goal. This could be the start of our Champions League campaign. Very good finish from Oskarsson. Exactly what we want to see him doing. Getting goals for City. And through to Doku here. And Doku past them. And Doku! Ah! Doku should score for 7. And it should be a hat-trick of assists for Phil Foden. Oh, given away to Oskarsson. Oskarsson! Oh, what a finish for 7. Ori Oskarsson makes it 7 with a good strike, the young man. Back up to Erling Haaland. That's a great touch, this one here. Just sits the defender, gets it wide. And he hits it with power across the goalkeeper. 7-0. Foden. Back to Oskarsson. Takes it down. Oskarsson for the hat-trick off the bench here. Oskarsson off the bench for the hat-trick off the bench. Puts it wide. Foden doesn't get the hat-trick of assists either. Full-time Manchester City 7, Rapid Vienna 0. We take all our anger out for our previous Champions League performances, and I'd like to know where that leaves us in the Champions League. Looking by the reactions, it seems at least a little bit qualified. Well, Chelsea are making moves in the transfer market again. They've signed Burkhardt for, I don't know how much, but probably a lot of money. And is any other transfer moves that we've seen in the market? I don't know. Udinese have signed Niakate. Peck has joined Napoli. Still some moves going on. Top 8 in the Champions League finishes like this. PSG, then Leipzig, Sporting, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Benfica, Inter and Bayer Leverkusen all automatically qualify. And then the teams going into the next round of qualification. Real Madrid we could face. Dortmund, Galatasaray, Aston Villa, Ajax, Braga. We finish above Arsenal, believe it or not. Barcelona there as well. Roma, Betis, Milan, Athens, Frankfurt, Chelsea, PSV, Club Brugge and Marseille. Going out, some big sides. Juventus out. Monaco out. Celtic out. Salzburg out. Current Champions League holders and a side that beat us in the group stage, or this league stage, out go Bayern Munich. Wow, that is a big upset in the Champions League. Actually, for Manchester City, Ruben Diaz is going to join a Bayern side out of the Champions League. €87.5 million away from the club he goes. Not happy with his involvement. Not happy at the club anymore. Thanks for everything you've done for us. The treble winning season. Some really, really big moments. But we've moved on from you, Ruben Diaz. And he moves away from City in the January transfer window, replaced by Thomas Araújo. Up next in the Premier League was Crystal Palace at home, where we pick up a 3-1 win. Palace opened the score in the 18th minute from Trollis, but then Camavinga in the 27th, Omar Mamouche in the 52nd, and Rodri in the 87th gave Manchester City all the points and a 3-1 win. Well, the title race is certainly on because we've reduced that 10-point gap at the top of the table down to 8. We beat Palace by 3-1 in that simulation. Arsenal dropped points with 9th place Aston Villa 1-1. That is their 5th draw of the season. Still only lost 1. They're ahead of us on goal difference, but now we've reduced it to 8 points. This is starting to heat up with the last 14 games remaining of the season. It's transfer deadline day. We're not expecting any incomings for City, with Thomas Araújo being the only signing. We usually look at younger players, don't we, for the side, but I think with this season, because we've signed Araújo, we're going to keep it at that. But there is an opportunity for Vita Heis to leave the club on loan, and he's currently got 2 options, one to join Benfica and one to join West Ham United to the end of the season. We'll see which he decides and where he decides to go. Vita Heis has made his decision. He wants to stay in the Premier League and not go to Portugal. He's going to play for the rest of the season at West Ham United. 1 hour remains. That is deadline day over, and that is the transfer window over for the season. We were going to end the episode with the game against Everton in the Carabao Cup, but we are 4-up and aggregate. I'm very confident going through to the final here, simulating this one, and instead we'll end the episode with the game against Hull City in the Emirates FA Cup. Well, 3-2 win away from home at Everton. Goals from Kusanov, a double from Holobach, and then a double from Erling Haaland means City get a 3-2 win over Everton, and that means Manchester City are going to Wembley. And final game of the episode, it's Emirates FA Cup action, a chance to rotate as we go away to fellow Premier League side Hull City. There's a side for Hull City today in goal starts Milinkovic-Savic. His captain Rico Lewis at right back, Jumabar Araújo and Nico Riley making up the back four. In the midfield is Aaron Wharton holding on his own with Doku, Edison, Nico and Bob in front. Oscarson up top of the bench. We've got Mikasa, Foden, Savinho, Makedu, Rodri, Cambiasso, Camavinga, Gvardiol and Diogo Costa. Emirates FA Cup action, Manchester City versus Hull City. We go away here to the KC Stadium, a stadium I like to play at. It's a nice place to play at, I think. The orange and black, the Tigers, always make it a bit of an iconic place. Interesting how Hull City do line up today. We've beaten them already once, I think, here in the Premier League. A heavily rotated side, but our expectation is to beat them also here in the FA Cup. Player to look out for is Ahmad Edison in midfield. This is the Hull City side. It's made some really, really good signings. And one of those is, of course, Rodrigo Mora, signed in that midfield alongside Xavier Simmons of their own, and also Sambi Lokonga as well. Edison through to Doku here, trouble for the opposition. Doku, Oscarson. Poor by Doku, poor by Oscarson. Good spin there, and he's been behind us here, and City in trouble straight away. A strike here and a save by Savic, and Rico Lewis back to him, but that was a bit poor from Araújo and Jumabar. Right towards Doku. In behind to O'Reilly. In behind to Oscarson. Does get there ahead of them. Oscarson tries to put it in that near post. Good save by the keeper. Behind for a corner, tries to sneak it in. And here's Rodrigo Mora. Pulls it back and spins and twists and turns and these options. And Araujo's lost his man here! And what a strike by the defender for the striker for Hull City. Araujo loses his man there. He was fantastic in the game against Rapid Wien. But this one here is weak. Somehow the striker is the better in from the edge of the box. Puts it right in the top corner. And gives Hull City the lead here in the Emirates FA Cup. Off the top to Oscarson here. Gets it. Oscarson! Puts his shot wide. Asmu. Now steps out, doesn't win it. Well, into Lukonga here. What a save by Milinkovic-Savic. Fantastic save by the big goalkeeper. Towards Rico Lewis. Oscar Bob. Ederson. Turns here. Oscarson. Back through to Ederson here. Ederson! Ah! Lukonga. Araújo can't stop it. Cross in. Free header! Good save by Milinkovic-Savic. Another chance and Mora puts it into the stands, but free header there. Hoskins keeps going in, he holds it well. Doku through to Foden, well intercepted. O'Reilly. Wharton. Oscar Bob. Phil Foden. Oscarson found. Oscarson is in! And 1-1 and Phil Foden gets an assist. Changes the game like that, does Phil Foden. Brilliant by him, who maybe needs to start starting more games for us now, Phil Foden. A good play from Bob into Phil Foden, round the corner towards Oscarson. And he's in. And he beats the goalkeeper for 1-1. And City about level here. Back into Foden again here. Back to Oscarson. Mikasa on the turn, he puts it over the bar. Makadu plays one through to Mikasa. Back to Makadu. Ryan Makadu. Makadu, good feet. Makadu down the box here. Penalty Manchester City. Really good play by the youngster Ryan Makadu. Twinkle toes, clever feet. Makes him make a challenge. Down in the box, penalty for Ryan Makadu. That he's won here for Manchester City. And Oscarson's over it, but I'm not sure he's going to take it. 71 penalties. The best penalties in the team here. Oscarson! What a penalty, bottom corner. Ori Oscarson makes it 2-1 City. A double here in the FA Cup. And we could end the episode in pretty good fashion, couldn't we? Going through in the Emirates FA Cup. Upsets Ori Oscarson. Good penalty to that bottom right-hand corner by City's number 2 striker. Mikasa. Makadu. Little back heel onto Oscarson. Back to Makadu, who's past him. Past the full Makadu. Makadu! He has announced himself as a Manchester City player. Well and truly, hasn't it, Ryan Makadu? 3-1 Manchester City. And this young man is a superstar. And you need to watch out players in this City side, because this young player, he's got to be in the first team without a doubt, Ryan Makadu. Past the challenges. And puts it in the back of the net. Wins the penalty as well. Off the bench to make a change. I knew he would do. I had the feeling he would do. And Ryan Makadu is a superstar in the making. Mikasa through to Makadu again. And the young winger's off again. And Makadu tries to get an assist for Oscarson. It's not the right pass. Need to be more in front of him. And that is full time. We end this episode with a 3-1 win. A new centre-back signing. And also, credit to Ryan Makadu. That man is special. And the youngster looks like he is going to be a superstar for the future of this City side, without a doubt. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you're not already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let us know down below how good can Ryan Makadu be. And we'll see you guys next time.